Hello friends, good morning. So in previous video we discussed about the importance of cost accounting. So what is the purpose of using the cost accounting in every organization? We discussed it in the previous video. So today we are going to discuss about the key terms we are following in the cost accounting. These are all the key concepts, are very important one. So today's class we are going to discuss about what is mean by cost, what is mean by costing, cost accounting, cost accountancy, then what is the difference between the cost reduction and cost control, then what is the difference between cost, expenses, loss, and what is the meaning of cost center, cost unit, and cost object. So these are all the key terms, are very important one before going to the cost accounting. Okay, so first we will see about what is mean by cost. What is mean by cost? For example, whether we can tell cost is an expenses, whether we can use the term expenses for cost. For example, if you take a company, okay, in a particular company, the managing director goes to the movie and he is going to spend 500 rupees, okay, as a movie charge. Shall we say about the cost? Okay, so not. So the cost is nothing but we are going to spend some amount, or we are going to incur the cost for the production of the goods or the services. Okay, so the amount spent by the managing director for his personal purpose is not coming under the cost of the product or the services. Okay, so it is nothing but the cost is nothing but it is incurred for the production of the goods or rendering a services. Okay, so here we can tell the definition of that cost. Okay, it is nothing but the amount that has to be paid, the amount that has to be paid, or spent, that has to be paid or spent to buy something, or to obtain something, okay. So this is the definition for the cost. Cost is nothing but it is a type of amount that has to be paid or spent to buy something or to obtain. For example, you take shirt, okay, you want to produce shirt, okay. In order to produce the shirt we need raw material. So now you are going to purchase the raw material. It may be a cotton or it may be a shirt, it may be a cotton or it may be a cloth. Okay, so now you are going to purchase 1 ton of cotton, for rupees 500, for approximately you assume the 500 rupees. Okay, so the cost of the raw material is 500, so it is nothing but the cost. Okay, suppose if you go for movie, you are purchasing 300 rupees as a movie ticket per person, that 300 is nothing but a cost. Okay, so a cost is nothing but the amount that has to be paid or spent to buy something or to obtain something. If you want to take some equipment for leasing purpose and you are going to pay for lease rent, that is also a cost. Okay, so it may be an amount that has to be paid or spent to buy something or to obtain something, or it may be tell it as the value of money that has been used. Okay, other definition, the cost is nothing but the value of money, that has been used, okay, that has been used to produce something, or to deliver, or to deliver the service, okay. This is other definition for the cost. The value of money that has been used to produce something. Is in order to produce the shirt, you want to buy raw material, either it may be a cotton or cloth. Okay, if you purchase a ton of cotton for rupees 500, that is nothing but the value of that money that has been used to produce something. It is nothing but the cost. Okay, so other definition also we can tell for the cost definition. So what is the other definition? It is nothing but a sacrifice for resources. It is nothing but a sacrifice for resources. It is a sacrificed for resources to it is sacrificed for resources for a particular thing. For example, in order to produce a particular shirt, we need the raw material, we want to pay the labor wages, and we have to spend for other expenses. Okay, so in order to produce some commodity, in order to produce a particular thing, we are going to sacrifice for resources, we are going to spend some amount. So that is called cost. So here the next definition is nothing but the costing. Okay, so what is mean by costing? So costing is nothing but it is the technique, it is the technique or the process of costing. It is the technique or the process of ascertaining the cost. It is the process of ascertaining the cost. It is the process or the technique of ascertaining the cost. Okay, for example, if we are telling that what is the rate of that particular pen, so if I purchased a pen for rupees 50. I purchased a pen for rupees 50. So how you have derived this 50 rupees? Okay, so how you find out the cost? In order to ascertain the particular cost, we are using some process. Okay, so the costing is nothing but, it is nothing but a technique or process of ascertaining the cost, or it is nothing but determining the cost of the product, or it is nothing but determining the cost of that particular product, or in order to find out the product cost or services, we are using this costing. Okay, for example, if we tell about the cost of that particular product, how we are going to ascertain it? Okay, what are all the various cost element is included? For in order to find out this particular cost, I am using that I have paid a labor charges for this much, I have paid the cost for purchasing the raw material this much, I have paid other expenses for this much. Okay, for lighting expenses this much, for packing this much. Okay, so in order to accumulate all these expenses, then we can get this 50. Okay, so this costing is nothing but the ascertainment of cost or determining the cost of the particular product. The next one is what is mean by cost accounting. What is mean by cost accounting? So now you tell me about what is mean by cost. Cost is nothing but it is an amount that is recorded as an expenses in bookkeeping records. So cost is nothing but it is an amount that is recorded as an expenses in the bookkeeping records. For example, if we are going to prepare a profit and loss account, or if we are going to prepare a trading account, if we are going to prepare a profit and loss account, or if we are going to prepare a trading account, okay, so you are going to write something. For example, 2 raw material, okay, 2 wages or 2 salaries, you are writing something amount here. Okay, so it is an amount that is recorded as an expenses. For example, you have paid salaries of rupees 5,000. You have paid salaries of rupees 5,000. You have purchased raw material for rupees 10,000. Okay, you have purchased raw material for rupees 10,000. So it is an amount that is recorded as an expenses in bookkeeping records. In bookkeeping records, then we call it as a cost, or the amount that has to be paid or spent to buy something. It is nothing but cost. So costing is nothing but ascertainment of cost or determining the cost of the product. So now we will go to the cost accounting. So what is mean by cost accounting? Cost accounting is nothing but it is a formal accounting mechanism. It is a formal accounting mechanism. I will write the definition here. It is a formal accounting mechanism by means of which the cost of the product is ascertained. By means of which the cost of the product is ascertained. The cost of the product is ascertained. Okay, and also by recording them in the books of accounts, and also by recording them in books of accounts. In the books of accounts is nothing but cost accounting. Otherwise we can tell it as it is the process or work of keeping the records, or it is nothing but it is a process or work of keeping the records in a systematic manner. Keeping the records in a systematic manner. So this is the 2 definitions I have given here. to clear the doubts here. Cost accounting is nothing but it is a formal accounting mechanism by means of which the cost of the product is ascertained and recording the particular cost in the books of the accounts. Or other simple definition, it is the process or the work of keeping the records in a systematic manner. Okay, so otherwise we can tell it as it is the costing. Okay, the other definition, the cost accounting is nothing but it is the costing. Okay, it is the costing using double entry system. It is the costing using double entry system. Okay, so costing, already you know the definition, ascertainment of the cost or determining the cost. Okay, so we are going to ascertain the cost of the particular product using the double entry system, then we call it as a cost accounting. So these are all the three definitions you can tell. One example I will tell you that. Okay, what is the cost accounting means? So whenever you are going to buy that particular product, okay, so for example, you know there are three elements of that particular cost of that particular product. Okay, for example, in order to produce a particular product, you take this pen. Okay, this white pen, you take it, whiteboard pen. So in order to produce this particular pen, we need material. Okay, so labor, human effort is also very important to produce that particular product. Then and also other expenses is also very important one. Okay, for material 500, labor 300, other expenses 100, then total we have spent 900 rupees. Then this is called cost accounting. This is called cost accounting. So cost accounting is nothing but it is a formal accounting mechanism. It is a formal accounting mechanism by means of which the costs are ascertained and also by recording them in the systematic manner. By recording them in the systematic manner using the double entry system. For what purpose we are doing this one? For cost control and for cost reduction and ascertaining the profitability of the product, like that. Okay, so this is the definition for cost accounting. Then we are going to discuss about what is mean by cost accountancy. Okay, now we discussed about cost, what is mean by cost, then what is mean by costing. Cost is nothing but the amount. Cost is nothing but the amount that has to be paid. Then costing is nothing but ascertainment of the cost or determining the cost of the product. Cost accounting is nothing but it is a formal accounting mechanism by means of which the cost of the product is ascertained and recording those costs in the books of the accounts. So what is mean by cost accountancy? Cost accountancy is nothing but it is the application of costing. The next step of cost accounting. So cost accounting is nothing but it is the next step of costing. Cost accountancy is next step of cost accounting. So cost accountancy is nothing but it is the application. It is the application of costing, and cost accounting principles. Application of costing and cost accounting principles. Then methods, practices, and techniques to the science, art, and practices of cost control, and ascertainment of profitability, Okay, so I will tell you the simple definition here. It is the application of costing and cost accounting principles, methods and practices and techniques to the science, art and practices of the cost control. So if we go for costing, we have different methods of costing, we have different types of costing, we have different techniques of costing. So in order to reduce the particular cost of the product or in order to control the cost of the product, so we are going to apply a suitable method, we are going to apply a suitable technique, we are going to adapt a suitable practices for reducing the cost of that particular product. So as a cost accountant, using his ability, he is going to adapt a suitable method and a technique to reduce the cost of the product. Okay, so here what is mean by the science? What is mean by the science? The science indicates the possession and application of relevant systematic knowledge. So science is nothing but it is the possession and application of relevant systematic knowledge is nothing but science. What is mean by the art? Art is nothing but the skill and ability of the cost accountant. The skill and ability of the cost accountant. For example, you take two organization, organization A, organization B. Okay, so in organization A, so one cost accountant is calculating the price of the product. The organization B, one cost accountant is calculating the cost of that product. Okay, he may use one method, he may use another method to find out that cost. Okay, so it differs from person to person. Okay, the skill is vary from person to person. Okay, so here the art is nothing but the skill and the ability of a cost accountant. The skill and ability of the cost accountant. So the cost accounting is nothing but application of costing, cost accounting principles, methods, practices and techniques to the science, art and practices of cost control, and also ascertainment of the profitability. So and finally, so they are going to presenting that information to the management for decision making. Okay, so whatever they are going to calculate here, they are going to present that information to the management for decision making. That is called cost accounting. It is called cost accounting. So here the cost accountancy, which involves the cost control initiative and ascertaining the profitability and presenting that report to the management. There are three important activities is going to be concentrated by the cost accounting. The first one is cost control initiative, then second one is ascertaining the profitability, then third one is presenting that report to the management for decision making. These are all the three important activities coming under this category. So now the very important thing is for what purpose, the main objectives of the cost accounting. Okay, if we go for cost accounting, for what purpose we are studying this cost accounting? What are the main objectives of cost accounting? There are three main objectives of cost accounting. So the first one is cost ascertainment. Okay, cost ascertainment. This is the main important objectives. Okay, it is very, very important one. So objectives of cost accounting. The first one is cost ascertainment. Then second one is cost reduction. Then third one is cost control. So these are all the three main objectives of the cost control. So we are going to determine the cost of the product. Then second one, we are going to reduce the price of the product. Then third one, we are going to control the cost of the product. So now you tell me about that cost reduction and cost control. These are all the two primary objectives of the cost accounting. So what are the main difference between the cost reduction and the cost control? Cost reduction is nothing but we are going to reduce the cost of the product. Okay, and also at the same time we are going to maintain the quality of that product. So here the cost reduction and cost control. Cost reduction is a permanent action. It is a permanent action. Okay, so whenever you are going to manufacture any product, so your primary aim is to reduce the cost of the product in order to get a competitive advantages in the industry. Okay, so your aim is not increasing the price of the product. If you are going to reduce the price of the product, then only your product will be sold in the market. Okay, so it is a permanent action. So cost control is nothing but it is a temporary action. Okay, for example, if you are purchasing the raw material from the particular supplier throughout the year, for 5 years, 10 years you are purchasing the particular material. Okay, suppose due to some situation the supplier is not supplying that product. So now we are going to purchase the product from the other supplier for higher prices. So if you are going to purchase that particular product, okay, from the other supplier is a temporary one. It is not a permanent action. Okay, for example, if the raw material of the particular product is increasing. Okay, suppose if you are purchasing the same raw material in order to maintain the quality, then price of the product will be increasing. Okay, so instead of purchasing the grade 1 raw material, now we are going to grade 2 raw material in order to control the cost. Okay, suppose if you are going to purchase the grade 2 raw material, it is not a permanent action, it is only for the temporary action. Okay, because of that economic depression, you are going for purchasing the other type of raw material. Suppose that raw material is shortage. Okay, so you are not getting that raw material from the particular supplier, so that is called a temporary action. Then if you go for this cost reduction, okay, it is for a corrective action, it is for the corrective action, it is for the preventive action, it is for the preventive action. So now I am describing the main difference between the cost reduction and the cost control. Okay, cost reduction is a permanent action, cost control is a temporary action. So cost reduction is a corrective action, cost control is a preventive action. Then what are all the tools we are going to use for this cost reduction? What are the tools we are going to use for this cost reduction? So normally we use marketing research. Normally we go for marketing research and value engineering for reducing this cost. So what are the tools we are using for this cost control? We are using the tools called budgetary control and standard costing for cost control. Okay, in standard costing, it is nothing but it is a predetermined costing. Okay, so we are going to determine the cost before manufacturing the product. Then after manufacturing the product, what will be the actual cost? Now we are going to compare the actual cost with the predetermined cost. If there is any deviation, then we are going to prevent and control it. Okay, so this is the main difference between the cost reduction and the cost control. So now I will ask three important questions. Okay, either true or false. Okay, friends, you tell me that. You tell me that the three important questions. Okay, the first one, the main objectives of the cost accounting is to earn income. The main objectives of the cost accounting is to earn income. Whether it is true or false. Whether it is true or false. Whether it is true or false. So here, the main objective of the cost accounting is cost ascertainment, cost reduction and cost control, not to earn an income. So the statement is false. Then second one, the information provided by the cost accountant will be given to the shareholder of the company. The information provided by the cost accountant is going to be given to the shareholders of the company. Whether the statement is true or false, it is false. So normally the cost accounting information will be provided to the management for decision making purpose. So we are not giving that information to the external people. Okay, it is not for the outsider. So normally financial accounting information only will be accessed by the outside people. Cost accounting information will be accessed only by the management for decision making purpose. Okay, next one. So here we are going to discuss about the cost, expenses and losses. Cost, expenses and losses. So what is the main difference? Now we discussed about all this topic. Now we are going to discuss about the cost, expense and losses. So here the cost, expense and losses, first we should know about the costs are classified into two types. The costs are classified into two types. Okay, the first one, next, the first one, okay, expired cost and unexpired cost. Expired cost, the next one is called unexpired cost. Expired cost and unexpired cost. So expired costs are further classified into expenses, then loss. These expenses and loss we are going to show under profit and loss account. We are going to show under profit and loss account. Then unexpired cost we are going to show under balance sheet. We are going to show under balance sheet. Okay. So normally if we take, already you know about the meaning of the cost. Meaning of the cost. So meaning of the cost is, that is the amount that has to be paid to buy something. Okay. So that is called cost, or it may be it is an amount. Okay. What we have spent to produce the commodity. So whether expenses and cost both are same meaning or different meaning. Sometimes the cost and the expenses we are using interchangeably. Okay, but we have some differences between the cost and expenses. You see this diagram. Okay, so here the costs are classified into two: expired cost and unexpired cost. So expired cost we again further classified into expenses and losses. These expenses and losses coming under the profit and loss account. Unexpired cost is coming under the balance sheet. Okay, so here what is mean by the expired cost? What is mean by the expired cost? So an expired cost is resulting from, okay, so this expired cost is resulting from a productive usage of a particular asset, is resulting from productive usage of particular asset, productive usage of an asset, productive usage of an asset. Okay, if we are using a particular asset, and you are going to spend some amount in order to earn revenue from that, out of it. For example, I will tell one simple example here. For example, you are purchasing equipment worth of rupees 50,000. You are purchasing one equipment worth of rupees 50,000. Okay, the cost of that equipment. The life of that asset is 5 years. Okay, so every year the depreciation of that particular asset, 50,000 divided by 5, okay, how much here? 10,000 rupees. So every year 10,000 rupees is going to be depreciated. So in order to, when you are going to prepare a cost statement, okay, so what are all the expenses we have spent to produce a particular product? So that time you are going to write the depreciation of that particular equipment. 10,000 only you are going to take it. Depreciation of the asset. So depreciation of the asset 10,000 only you are going to take it. So this is called expired. Cost. So after 10,000, for example, you have purchased this equipment for 2020. You have purchased this equipment in 2020. Okay, so while preparing the cost of that particular product, you are going to take only this 10,000 rupees. Okay, so you are not going to take these 50,000 rupees. Okay, so whatever the amount you are going to spend as a capital expenditure, this capital expenditure will not coming under for calculation of the cost of the product. Okay, it is very important one. Okay, for example, you have purchased some plant or you have purchased some equipment, you have imported some equipment from foreign country. Okay, you have spent 5 lakh rupees for purchasing that equipment. Means while calculating the cost of the product, you should not take that 5 lakh rupees. Okay, so instead of that 5 lakh rupees, how much amount is the depreciation? That depreciation amount only should be coming under the calculation of the cost. Okay, this expired cost. Remaining this 40,000 is nothing but it is an unexpired cost. Okay, so this is very, very important one. When we go for the cost, expenses and losses, expenses is nothing but it is an expired cost. It is nothing but an expenses is that a portion of revenue earning potential. It is a portion of revenue earning potential of the cost of the asset. Revenue earning potential cost of the asset which has been consumed in the generation of the revenue, which has been considered in the generation of the revenue. Okay, so only this 10,000 rupees is used to produce the cost of the product. Only that product only we are going to sell in future. Okay, by way of selling we are going to get some revenue. Okay, this 40,000 we are not going to use it for the revenue of selling that particular product. Okay, this is very important one. So an expenses is that a portion of revenue earning potential of the cost of an asset which has been consumed in the generation of the revenue. Next we are going to discuss about cost center, cost unit and cost object. So what is mean by cost center? Okay, what is mean by a cost center? So cost center is nothing but it may be a department, or it may be a location, or it may be an equipment, or it may be a person, or it may be a person, or it may be a group of these, a group of the above. Okay, for which the cost is ascertained, okay. So it is very important, friends. Listen here. The cost center, cost unit and cost object. Cost center is nothing but it may be a location. It may be a location, or it may be an equipment, or it may be a person, or a group of the above. For example, if you take a location, okay, if you take a location, it may be a department. Okay, for example, purchase department, or marketing department, or finance department. Okay, so it may be a department. That department may be a cost center. Okay, or it may be some sales area. For example, you take Chennai. Okay, Chennai is our sales area. That is a cost center. So a sales area, or it may be a department. It is nothing but a location or a cost center. For example, if you take an equipment. Okay, so equipment is nothing but a machine or a delivery van, whatever it is. Okay, it may be a machine. You are using one particular machine for production of the goods. That machine may be a cost center. Okay, you are using one delivery van for transferring the goods from one place to another place. That delivery van may be a cost center. Okay, then you take a person. Okay, so a person is nothing but a salesman or an operator, may be a cost center. A cost center may be a salesman, a cost center may be an operator, a cost center may be a delivery van, a cost center may be a department, a cost center may be a sales area. Okay, or a group of the above, For example, I will give you that. Okay, that example is two operating machine or two automatic machine. Okay, two automatic machines used by or operated by, two automatic machines operated by one operator. Or one supervisor. Here we are using equipment, and here we are using a person. Okay, here we are using an equipment, here we are using a person. Okay, so this is also a cost center. So please listen here. A cost center may be a location or an equipment or a person or a group of these for which a cost is going to be ascertained. So the main purpose of ascertaining the cost of the cost center is control the cost. The main purpose of ascertaining the cost of the cost center is controlling the cost. So normally the cost center, so we have two types of cost center. The first one is called personal cost center. Then second one is called impersonal cost center. Second one is called impersonal cost center. Okay, so the personal cost center is nothing but it consists of one person or a group of person. Okay, so impersonal cost center, it may be a location or it may be an equipment. Okay, so on the basis of a functional perspective, these impersonal cost center further classified into two types: a production cost center. Okay, the first one is called a production cost center. Then second one is called a service cost center. Production cost center. Then second one is service cost center. Production cost center is maybe a production department. Okay, so any cost center which is used for the production of that commodity is nothing but production cost center. Then service cost center, it may be a canteen, or it may be a saloon shop, or it may be a theater, or it may be a lecture hall. Okay, so this may be a service cost center. So here the cost center we are going to classify into personal cost center and impersonal cost center. For example, if cost center is a machine, then it will be charged with. For example, you are using one machine as a cost center. Machine is a cost center, then it will be charged with the power. Okay, so how much power we have used to operate that machine, and light, then depreciation of that particular machine, and the share of rent. Okay, share of rent. For example, in a particular location, in a room where the machine is operating, for that particular room we are paying, there are 5 machines. Okay, 500 rupees we are paying as a rent, means for this particular machine 100 rupees will come. Okay, so the share of particular rent, then depreciation of that machine, light and power we use for that machine for the purpose of manufacturing the goods or producing the goods. Okay, so if we treated the machine as a cost center, then it will be charged with power, light, depreciation and share of rent. Okay, so this is called cost center. So what is mean by cost unit? What is mean by cost unit? Okay, so here the cost unit may be a unit of the product. What is the definition of cost unit? So cost unit nothing but it is the unit of product. It is nothing but the unit of product or the unit of service. It is nothing but a unit of product or unit of service or time, unit of product or service or the time in relation to which the cost may be ascertained. In relation to which the cost is ascertained. The cost is ascertained or expressed. The cost is ascertained or expressed. The cost is ascertained or expressed. So what is mean by cost unit? Cost unit is nothing but it may be a unit of product or a unit of service or unit of time. Okay, in relation to which the cost is going to be ascertained or expressed. Okay, in otherwise we can tell it as, previously we discussed about the cost center. Okay, so the breaking up the cost of cost center into a smaller subdivision is called cost unit. Okay, so for the cost center the total cost is 50,000. Okay, so in cost center we are using several products. Okay, in cost center, for example, we are producing 5,000 pen. We are using 5,000 pen. Okay, so what is the charge per pen? What is the cost per pen? Okay, what is the cost per pen? So this is nothing but the unit of the product. Okay, so now we are going to breaking up the cost of the cost center, into a smaller subdivision, Okay, so it is nothing but the cost unit. Okay, for example, you can give the unit of productions. For example, unit of production, then unit of service. I will give you 2 examples here. Unit of production and unit of service. Unit of product is nothing but a kilogram of chemical. Okay, a kilogram of chemical, a ton of cement, For example, if you want to purchase the cement, okay, so what is the charge per ton? Okay, if you want to purchase the chemical, so what is the charge per kg? So if you unit of service is nothing but, so if you go for movie, okay, for one show, what is the charge per person? If you go for consulting, okay, what is the charge for per consulting amount per person? Okay, consulting charge per person. So it is nothing but the unit of service. So next one is called cost object. The last one is nothing but cost object. So here the cost object is nothing but anything for which a separate measurement of cost may be desired. Cost object is nothing but anything for which a separate cost measurement, a separate measurement of cost may be desired. A separate measurement of cost is desired or developed. Okay, separate measurement of cost may be desired. For example, friends, okay, if you go for this cost object, okay, there are different types of cost objects are there. For example, product cost object, then service cost object, then activity cost object, process is also a cost object. Okay, Then finally we call it as a department is a cost object. Department cost object. Okay. For example, if it is take as an object, okay. So what is the industry we are going to use it? Okay. What is the industry we are going to use it? For example, if you take a product, okay. So what is the cost per car? So if you are producing the television, what is the cost per television? What is the cost per television? If we go for service, then for example, telephone is also a service. Okay. Telephone service you can take. Or for taxi service you can take, taxi service industry. Okay. If we go for activity, in order to develop a website, okay, for example, you are developing a website for the particular company, okay, so that for particular activity, what will be the cost? Okay, developing website for the organization, it is also an activity. So the cost object, so object may be a product, the cost object may be a service, the cost object may be an activity, or it may be a process, or it may be a department. So process is nothing but, for example, your melting process in the particular manufacturing sector. Then if you take a department, the purchase department, production department, and marketing department wise, you can measure the cost. Okay. So here the cost object is nothing but anything means it may be a product, or it may be a service, or it may be an activity, or it may be a process, or it may be a department. Okay. So anything for which a separate measurement of cost may be desired. So this is nothing but a cost object. So till now we discussed about the various key concepts coming under the cost accounting. So what is mean by cost? What is mean by costing? Cost accounting, cost accountancy, then important objectives of the cost accounting: cost ascertainment, cost reduction, cost control. Then we discussed about the difference between cost reduction and cost control. Then we discussed about the cost center, cost unit, and cost object. So next class we are going to discuss about the various elements of cost and the classification of cost. Thank you.